Number 8. This is easy because of the markings helps us. So this triangle is basically an equilateral triangle, which means that all sides are congruent. And also, all angles are congruent. So we only have one value of each angle, which is 60. So all angles are 60. Now, this is not connected with this because this is another type of triangle. And this triangle right here has two sides that are congruent, so which means that this is an isosceles triangle. Again, this is equilateral triangle. Then, so that's 60. So this is 60. X is 60. Your y would be your vertex angle. So if this is 55, thinking that these two angles are congruent, but it's not 60, again, this is nothing to do with this triangle. So we're going to copy this. So 55 plus 55 will give you 110. And 180 minus 110 is 70 degree. So angle Y is 70. So 60 plus 70 is equal to 130 degree. And that's the sum of X and Y. Okay. This is similar triangles, which means that if I'll cover this part, I'm looking for triangle BCE, which is my smaller triangle. If I will cover this part, I can here. So I cover that. Now I'm looking for the bigger triangle, which is ACF. Did you get that? So it says what is X, which is this part. So therefore, making them into a ratio. So we will have 25 is to, we can say that is to 30 if you want. You can do 25 to 35 also, but this is the way I want to solve it. Again, 25 is to 30. That's for my smaller triangle. And for my bigger triangle, this side would be 35. Again, from this to this would be 35. Got it? So if that's 35, my base would be X. And now we need to apply cross multiply. 25x equals 30 times 35, which means that this is, it says that my battery, or my calculator needs to be charged. So before it dies, we need to finish this. 30 times 35 is 1050 divided by 25 is 42. So X is 42. That's it. Next, solve the following quadratic equations. So I put a hint, so you won't able to think how you will factor this because this is not factorable except if you're going to use quadratic formula. So let's start. My A is 1, B is negative 5, my C is 10. Quadratic formula says negative B plus and minus B squared minus 4AC over 2A. So I'll just plug in negative times negative 5 plus and minus. So that's negative 5 squared minus 4. My A is 1, my C is 10 divided by 2 times 1. So to use my calculator, I will plug in and use alpha y equals and press enter. I hope you can see it. And I'm going to plug in negative times negative 5 will give me positive 5. So I'll just put 5. And then plus first and then square root sign. So that's 5 times 5 is 25 minus 4 times 10 is 40 Again, I just shortcut everything so it would be easier. Then 2 times 1 is 2, and press equal, and it says quick. Why? Oh, because this is an error. 25 minus 40 would be a negative 15. That's why it's not showing up. All right. So we're gonna do minus sign, and I'm gonna copy this, and I'll change this into minus. It will still give us the same answer. Error. As what I said, 25 minus 40 is negative 15. So let's do this manually. I did show you how to use a calculator, but it didn't work. So I'm gonna show it in manual. So again, 5 plus and minus, that's 25. This is negative 40 over 2. And then 5 plus and minus, that's negative 15 over 2. So negative 15 can be simplified by square root of 15 and then square root of negative 1, which means that negative 1 is equal to I. So therefore, this can be equal to 5 plus and minus, you can see, 5 plus and minus I square root of 15. It becomes positive since we separate them, divided by 2. So I can't do anything about this one, just separate them and that's your answer. 5 plus I square root of 15 over 2. And the other one is 5 minus I square root of 15 over 2. So these two. Now, this is an interior of a triangle. And the interior of a triangle has a sum of 180 degrees. So we're going to add 9x minus 8, x plus 10, x plus 2. Whatever the sum, that will be equal to 180. So 9 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 11x. 10 plus 2 is 12. 12 minus 8 is 4. So our equation is 11x plus 4 equals 180. So 11x equals 180 minus 4. 11x is equal to 176. So 176 divided by 11 is equal to 16. Now, the question is asking for the measure of the larger angle. For sure, this will be our larger angle, but let's see. So, 16 plus 2 is equal to 18. 9 times 16 is 144 minus 8 is equal to 136. Here, 16 plus 10 is equal to 26. So the answer is 136 as the larger angle. This is an example of two similar triangles also. This is your bigger triangle with the tree, and the second triangle forms by the flag. Now, to set this up, it says find the height of the tree. We still need to have a ratio. Use a ratio or scale. So h over, or height over the shadow, which is 70. And then 12 over 8, which is the shadow of the flag. So cross multiply will give you 8h equals 70 times 12, and that's 840 divided by 8 is 105. So that's the height. Now, for the remaining review that you want, you may study about the triangle congruence, which says SSS, side, 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 angle, side, angle, side, angle, 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 side, or you may say side, angle, angle, and then HL, which means that the angle and the side should be both included in between. So this angle should be included in between the two sides, and this side should be included in between these two angles. Here, it doesn't matter. So these two angles here and one side will be the explanation for this one. And this is for right triangle. So just make or practice with this. I'm not good in drawing, so I didn't make an examples of this one. But as what I said, if they shared like markings here, markings there, and you don't have markings here, meaning this is SSS because they shared one side. Angle or side angle, side angle, side. So again, angle should be in between the two sides. That's SAS. For angle, side angle, if you use these two angles, make sure that you are, oh, this is 3, this is 2. Make sure that your side is in between the two angles, so we're using this part. See that? This is angle, side, angle. For angle, angle, side, angle, angle. Again, angle, angle. Either of these two sides can be one of their corresponding that are congruent. So if I choose this one, again, this side is not included in between. So this is AS, or you can say SAA. Next is HL. HL is good for a 90-degree angle. So which means that this and that, these and these. So therefore, this is side, and oh no, this is the leg, let's say leg, and this is your hypotenuse. So HL. Okay. Another thing that you need to remember is transformation, like h of x plus 3 squared to g of x, like 3x plus 4 squared, or minus 1 if you want. So you're going to find what's the transformation happen from that. So just plug in into y equals if you forgot. My calculator is not working anymore because it's dying. So squared. Oh, and then going to 3x plus 4 squared minus 1. So we're gonna plug in. So that's the blue. I don't know if you can see it. And then the red one says, oh, it makes more smaller. I don't know. Can you see it? Just plug in your own calculator and just count how many movement have to the right or to the left, whatever. So that's the end of our video. I hope you learned something from this study guide video. Bye.